Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You and me. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sunset, it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You and me. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Here we go. All right. Now this Christmas, we're gonna dance.
We are live. So we have my mother-in-law Herminia back for this New Year's, and she's gonna be making dessert. So what are we making today?
It's called pineapple Bombay.
All right. So the ingredients are laid out on the counter,
It's not difficult.
and we're gonna see exactly what's gonna transpire. I've never had pineapple Bombay, so this will be new.
Okay. Ingredients are a tub of Cool Whip,
8 ounces to be exact.
8 ounces, and then a family size vanilla instant pudding and pie filling.
Okay.
Okay. With this, you need 3 cups of milk, 2 cans of sliced pineapple, and their syrup. You're not going to use the syrup,
Okay.
but you need the pineapples. You need cherries. The cherries you'll cut in half, and they'll go in the middle of each pineapple.
All right.
And then you need pound cake. I bought this one. I usually use Sara Lee. Couldn't find it, so I bought this pound cake. And this is what we're going to use for the filling. Okay.
All right.
So to start off, we're going to mix the pudding. I'm going to need a whisk.
The pound cake is from the bakery at our local store. We just have like a strawberry swirl. We have the regular one and then a blueberry one. So that's the only thing we can find. We couldn't find the Sara Lee pound cake.
Or you can make your own pound cake if you feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
So then you're going to take your pudding mix. And this is really easy. All you have to do is pour the 3 cups of water and mix it. And then it's going to get thickening. Once it's thickened, then you'll add the Cool Whip.
Lower it.
So you have 1 cup,
Because then I think it.
2 cups, and I always use whole milk. 3 cups. 3 cups of milk. And then you just mix it up until it starts thickening. This is a really easy dessert, very light.
Oh, and here we have Little Bit.
Yeah, he's my helper.
Say hi. What kind of dog is he?
He's a Yorkshire poodle, a Yorkie poodle.
Isn't he cute?
And you see it's already getting thickening, it thickens. And you have to make sure it's all mixed properly. So then that's going to thicken a little bit more. When you let it rest for a little while, it will thicken.
Oh, this is the instant.
Okay, well this starts to thicken. I'm going to go on ahead and cut the strawberries.
Cherries.
It looks like it's not, oh, cherries. It looks like it's not been open on yet. Okay, let me get a spoon.
Oh, he's also cute.
You dropped it.
That's Allison over there. Allison over there being so cute.
We are going to take the stems off of these cherries.
Yes. You're welcome.
And then just cut them in half. Because we're going to use, it's more like a decorative thing to give it color. A little bit's over there waiting to see if something falls. But he won't eat cherries. Just cut as many as you think you're gonna need. And the ones you don't need, you eat. Pretty much. And you can use whatever color cherries. Some people put green cherries in it.
Green cherries, huh?
Yeah, like for Christmassy, you could put a red one and a green one, a red one and a green one. Because when you mold it, it's gonna look like a dome.
Okay.
And when you're gonna see on the outside, it's gonna be the pineapple with the cherries and the pudding. So these are all cut. Throw this away. So now, if you see, this has pretty much set. It's
Oh
set.
wow, that was instant. Huh?
Yeah, it's instant pudding. It sets pretty quick. So now we're going to put the Cool Whip in it. And what you do with the Cool Whip is that you fold it into the pudding.
Last year we did coquito, and we did make coquito this year too. We actually made it last night, but we already have a video out of how she made coquito. Really quick and easy, no blender required, without eggs, and it was good. So we do have a video on that, but this year we're doing this.
So this is what you do. You just fold this in with the pudding. That's why it's an extra light dessert.
Yeah.
I made it for Christmas Eve, and my daughter told me that her husband ate 3/4 of it. That he just took it and sat down and ate the whole thing.
Wow.
So, I said, Mom, you're gonna have to make a new one. The vanilla pudding, you use the French vanilla pudding. I've never tried it with any other type of pudding, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it tastes good with chocolate pudding or not. I like the vanilla pudding.
Yeah. I guess with pineapple,
Yeah.
vanilla might be the best. But
See? So then it's like a light yellow color. You want to take a taste?
that looks very fluffy. Very fluffy, yeah. That's actually really good.
Really good. Very, very, very light. So then you put it
That's good.
aside.
That was really good. Tastes like fluff.
So now you take the pineapples, and we're not going to use this liquid. So
Yeah.
I'm
You're gonna
just going
drain
to put it
them?
in a cup, and maybe there'll be a volunteer that wants pineapple juice. For Christmas, I kept the pineapple juice, and when I made my ham, my honey ham, I poured the juice on top of the syrup. It didn't have the pineapples, but it did have the taste
Yeah.
of the pineapple. So this could be chilled in some other. You do need some saran wrap. Because the idea is that when this is done,
Look at who we have here.
we will be unmolding it from the mold. So the easiest way is to go on ahead and put saran wrap on it. It'll be easier to unmold that way.
So you do need a round bottom,
Right.
like bowl or And that's a mixing bowl.
This is a mixing bowl.
So
It could
any
be
kind of bowl.
A glass bowl, one of those glass bowls that you have.
Yeah.
It all depends. You can make it bigger or smaller.
Yeah.
You know, but you do have to put the saran wrap under it.
Yeah.
For Christmas Eve, I didn't have saran wrap. I tried parchment paper, it didn't work that well, so I just didn't put anything on it. And I froze it, and they ate it like a trifle. Because they just put the spoon in there.
Oh, okay. So you didn't get to flip it over?
I didn't get to flip it because I didn't have the saran wrap. And I wasn't present when they did it either. I
No,
had
what-
left.
Do you need a hand? Do you need a bigger piece of ceramic?
No, I'll take another piece. It usually takes like 2 pieces. This is a big bowl. And I bought the saran wrap yesterday and I'm loving it because it has this little cutting tool on it. See?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that existed.
Really?
See how not with the times I am. I used to have to go buy the saran wrap and get a pair of scissors
Right.
to cut it. You have to make sure that the whole bowl is, you know, has the saran wrap on it,
Yeah, it's pretty much like a liner.
a liner.
Line it entirely. So that way when you flip it over, it has the saran wrap over the dough.
Yeah.
And you could just peel off the wrap.
Okay. So you see the bowl is totally
Lined, yeah.
lined with the saran wrap.
Okay. Let me just take a little close up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's just putting it together, which is pretty much. You take the pineapples and you start with one pineapple on the bottom, like that. And then all the other pineapples, you're gonna start, put it closer so that way you can see it. Take the cherries, and the cherries go right there in the middle of the pineapples. See? And what's gonna hold the cherries in place is the cake and the mixture.
Oh, that's gonna look so cute.
Because it is a decorative. Once you turn it around, get it out of the mold, it looks really pretty. It looks really festive.
Yeah.
That's why I say you could use the green
Now welcome here.
cherries or the red cherries, whichever ones you want. See, you do that, and then it's just a repetition of the pineapples again, like that.
So it's basically the outer shell of the cake, and inside is the pineapple.
It is the outer shell.
Pineapple Bombay.
I learned this years ago when my kids were small,
Yeah.
and I got it out of a magazine that all they did was Jello products.
Oh, okay.
And this was one of their
Like quick and easy.
quick and easy desserts. And then you do the same thing with the cherries on the next level, and you put your cherries in. It gives like a wreath. That's why, for me, it looks a little bit like a wreath.
Did you cut exactly the exact amount?
I don't know how that happened, but I did cut exactly.
Look at that.
Look at that. So that's how it looks now. You have some pineapple left over. Okay, so now the next step is to put some of the filling inside here and just spread it. You talk about easy, this is the easiest dessert that you can make. And it's easy and it tastes really good. And this cherry just popped out of place. Right back in there. See, then you spread it like that. Make sure you get as much as you can on the pineapples. Now you take the cake. And these cakes, because they are, I'm going to alternate
Okay.
the vanilla, that one, this one,
They're not too thick as
No.
far as how they're sliced.
that one, and this one. I'm going to put this one in the bottom, like that. Okay? So now you would just, it's the same thing. Now you fill it up with the
With the filling again.
filling. But I don't like to leave any areas undone.
Any gaps?
So I usually cut like this, and I fill in these gaps here.
Okay. So that way when you cut into it, every piece you cut into, there's cake.
There's cake.
Makes sense. Oh, look at that, yeah. Huh.
So that's, see? That's how it looks. And now you put more of the vanilla. Then you just repeat it again. Now we're going to put the strawberry in the middle. And get that one. That one. Ooh, big piece. Look at that. You didn't
Oh, that
cut
was
it.
thick, yeah.
Let's cut it. When I do it with Sara Lee, I cut the pieces according to how thick I want it. Yeah. And here's another big piece. This I'm going to do twice. That way I'll have one piece. I'll have another piece. Then we have the ones that go in between. This one broke, that's fine. Just stick it in there. It's gonna go all to the same place. Just your stomach. Now you just finish filling it up.
And that'll be the last layer?
This will be this last layer, and we'll put the rest of the cake on top.
Oh, okay. So the final last layer would be cake?
Will be cake. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. So is there a specific number of layers that it should have? Can you do 2 layers if you
You
want?
could do, if you have a smaller bowl,
Like a smaller dome?
yeah, if you have a smaller
not that
dome,
deep.
you could do as many layers, yeah. You can make these individual too. It's easy. All depends how big your, I usually don't have a big bowl like this. My bowl is a little bit smaller than this. It's a glass bowl. I always use the same bowl. And I usually get like 2 layers in it.
Yeah.
It has a lot of pudding and 2 layers.
So this one in particular is 3 layers.
This is 3 layers because it's such a big
The bowl
dome.
is big, yeah. And I don't really know the size of this,
I don't think
how
it
much
has
that
the
holds. Yeah, I don't really know. But as you can see, just
Stainless steel.
it's a little bit of a deep dome, so this particular one would need 3 layers. But if you have a shorter dome, then you could probably get away with doing 2 layers.
And it's a mixing, like it's a, these are mixing bowls, that's why.
Yeah, yeah.
And what you try to do is you try to get as much of the cake covered with the filling. See now, the last one's gonna be, and it's really not that much cake left.
Yeah. So do you just
You just
use,
use,
put it on the bottom, right? Just to kind of hold?
yeah, it's pretty much just to hold. See, when I use the Sara Lee, because I cut it to dimensions I want, I always have enough. But this was, you know, we purchased this.
Actually, you know what? I think we may have some pound cake in our fridge. Because I do buy the pound cake, the Sara Lee stuff, but I know I didn't have a whole loaf. But we do have some.
See? Because that, we have some, we could just put some here.
You need it?
All I need is like one loaf, and just to make the...
Gabriel, you want to give a helping hand here?
Do I?
We got some leftover Sara Lee pound cake. So we're going to use that.
Yeah, because we could not find the pound cake.
Yeah, they were out at the Walmart we went to.
Probably everybody making pineapple Bombay.
See, that's how thin I cut them when I have the pound cake. I count it very thin, because that way you can maneuver it whichever way you want to. See there? So now what I'm going to do is with these that are left, I'm going to make wedges. And that way I could just put them here. And it's more just to hold it. When you flip it, it needs something, a base on it.
Yeah.
The one I made for Christmas, it ended up more like a trifle because I put pudding in the bottom and then I froze it.
Oh. So you didn't have the cake base?
I didn't have the cake because the reason was because I didn't have the saran wrap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't have saran wrap at all.
So ideally for this recipe, you would use that pound cake. That pound cake is delicious. I don't
Yeah.
know how
Yeah,
the
that- we
store
don't know.
bought.
Yeah,
It's
but-
going to change the flavor, I'm sure.
Yeah,
But we're doing the best we can here.
but you could always, and we bought, these were 3-pound cakes that were cut into wedges from the store. So, but because this is a big,
A big bowl, yeah.
big
You may
bowl.
need 2 of those.
yeah, I did buy 2, but you know what? Because I ended up cutting it real thin.
Yeah.
One was enough.
Oh,
One was enough because I ended cutting, when I did mine for Christmas, because it was a smaller bowl, I ended up cutting, as thin as I did this is how thin I had. I had like pretty much like 30 pieces.
Wow.
A pound cake, from this big one, for this, it was more than enough.
yeah.
It was more than enough. So that's pretty much it. Now, I'll put a piece of saran wrap on the top. We'll put it in the fridge. You don't have to flip it yet. You put it in the fridge. You let it get cold. When it's time to eat dessert, you bring it out of the fridge, and then we'll show you what it looks like at that
Okay.
point in time.
All right.
Yeah.
Or if you're in a rush, if you're making like a last minute dessert, you could just let it chill to the point when it gets cold. I would say, what, an hour in the
Yeah,
fridge?
like an
Or
hour.
maybe you could flash freeze it, like put in the freezer for a good 15 minutes. So it won't, get frozen, but it'll get cold. And then maybe try flipping it over.
It will
The
flip.
point is that it has to be cold so
It has
the
to be
mold
cold.
can hold.
Yeah.
Wow, that totally rhymed.
And that's it.
It has to be cold so the mold can
Oh,
hold.
there you go. So there it is. It weighs like, I would say like 3 pounds, 4 pounds.
Okay.
So I think it weighs.
All right, so off to the fridge it goes, and we're gonna update you guys on when we're gonna flip it over. All right? All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye. All right, so we're back, and we're going to plate the unmold, yeah. So go ahead and
So
explain. what
you would
doing.
take the plate and you would go over it, like so, and then you're gonna flip it. Right? And then you're going to take
Wow, look at that. Wow, that's cute.
and you have
Very pretty.
a dome.
A little dome cake. A dome. Do the ugly side so that everything else can look perfect.
Oh, thank you. Very little slice, please.
Oh yeah, are you trying to do it, Joey? All right, you don't have to eat the whole thing.
It's all for the show.
It works.
Yeah,
The pound cake is no
Yeah.
sayoma.
yeah. It tastes
You're
good.
supposed to do it with the Sara Lee butter pound cake,
Yeah,
but we did the other one. It's not bad.
yeah.
It's
Not
light.
bad at all.
It's very light.
It's very good.
Yeah.
All right, so there you have it, guys. If you're looking for a light dessert that's not too sweet and that looks pretty like this,
And it's easy to make.
very easy to make, and it's called the pineapple Bombay. Right?
Enjoy.
All right, so thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Till next year.